Right, I'm on to my second part of my blog. Well, not the second part, but the second blog that I was going to do on this one. And it's all to do with a programme that I basically watched, which is interesting enough. And it's not on BBC4, surprisingly. No, it was on ITV1, and it's the nation's favourite #1 song. Now, I don't know if, for any reason, people were allowed to vote on any old record, but they counted down the 20 best loved #1s of the 70s. Now, I watched it because I love watching these programmes, and I love to see what makes #1. No surprising that Queen Bohemian Rhapsody was #1, not my personal choice. And I actually sat here and thought, do you know what? I'm not going to count down my top 20 because, well, that would just be a cop-out. Well, I wouldn't know really what would be #1. But what I am going to do is I'm going to actually give you a list of my favourite #1s of the 70s. There are obviously other ones that I could be including, but there's about 24, 25 here, so even if I wanted to count down 20 of them, I would have to eliminate some. But I'm going to give you my take on what my favourite #1s of the 70s was. So, had I done a programme like that and wanted to put my favourite #1s into it, I would have picked these particular songs. And I'm going to basically go from the start to the finish. I'm not saying all these are going to be in sequence. I think they are, though, because I checked my chart book to do that. There were a couple of songs that were actually included in the programme that I watched, but apart from that, these are my all-time favourite songs from the 70s, which made #1. So we'll basically start with Love Grows Where My Rosemary Goes. Edison, Lighthouse. What a fantastic song. One hit wonder, as people say, features the wonderful sound of Tony Burrows on lead vocals. Secondly, Bridge Over Troubled Water. One of the greatest songs, not only of the 70s, but of all time. What a great record. And that was actually included in the programme that I watched. Then we have Band of Gold, Freda Payne. A Northern Soul record to me. Might not be to some people, but I've got it on a Northern Soul compilation. But a wonderful piece of music. Just love it. Written, of course, by Holland, Dozier and Holland. And also produced by them. Something about basically they couldn't write music after they left Motown for a bit, so decided to write under that name. Then we have Knock 3 Times by Dawn. Yes, fantastic record, a party classic if I ever hear one. Then we have Get It On. They didn't actually feature this one by T-Rex, they featured Hot Love instead, but Get It On by T-Rex, what a great song. Better than the one they featured. Puppy Love by Donny, Osmond. Yes, we have to have some cheese in there, a bit of soppy music, and they called it Puppy Love. Oh, I guess I'll never know. There you go. Right, we're moving on now. More cheese, I will say. Sugar Baby Love by the Rubettes. Now, people are probably thinking, are they all going to be cheesy? No, not technically, but wait till you move along and you'll get the idea, you'll get the gist of it. Right, Sugar Baby Love, the Rubettes. Wonderful song. I've actually fortunate enough to have seen the band live, so there. Rocky Baby, George McCrae. That was actually featured in there as well, written by Harry Wayne Casey and Richard Finch of Casey and the Sunshine Band. But what a fantastic record that was. One of the first disco records. Then we have the only Christmas song of this list, Lonely This Christmas by Mull, where Les Gray tries to sing like Elvis, and you can always think it's Elvis, but it ain't. Moving along, oh, it's the first soul record of, well, no, I was going to say first soul record, but it's the second one. Miss Grace by the wonderful sound of the Tymes. Loving that one. Ooh, Miss Grace. Yes, loving that one. Give It All Love by Basie Rollers. I was going to put Bye Bye Baby down, but I thought no, I do prefer this one. It's the wonderful sound of Basie Rollers. I'm Not In Love. That was included in the list. I love that song by the wonderful sound of Kintyre. What's next? Hold Me Close by David Essex. They did mention him on there, but none of his songs actually featured, but they did mention him. Wonderful song. Forever and Ever, next by Silk. The wonderful sound of Midge on lead vocals. A band from Scotland. They had a few hits before Midge went on to bigger and better things. But great song. Fernando by Abba. My favourite song by Abba. Even though they featured Dancing Queen on the show, that was purely my favourite one of them all. You to Me Are Everything next. The wonderful sound of the real thing. And it's homegrown soul music. Yes, I do love that song. You to me are everything, the sweetest song that I can sing, oh baby. And I've seen them about 3 times live. I've also met the band, so wonderful. Then we have Under the Moon of Love by Showaddywaddy. Nice piece of rock and roll there. Homegrown rock and roll, and on the revival side. Then we have I Don't Want to Talk About It by Stewart. Was going to put Sailing in there, but thought, no, I'll do the Stewart I Don't Want to Talk About It, which is a fantastic song. Probably the best number 1 of the 70s. Mull of Kintyre. I do love that one, so I can vouch for that one. A fantastic piece of music. Then we have Rivers of Babylon, Boney M. That's a wonderful song. Then we have Sunday Girl by the sound of Blondie. They actually featured the Heart of Glass song, but again, not my thing when it comes to Blondie. Good song though, but not as good as Sunday Girl, I don't think. Then we have We Don't Talk Anymore. Needs no introduction because it's one of Cliff Richard's most famous songs, and a very good song at that. Then we have Cars. A nice slap bang classic new wave. Cars by Numan. Then we have Message in a Bottle. Yes, the wonderful sound of the police. And to end it all off, Another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd, which I'm surprised somebody did not make the chart. Were they not surveying a lot of Pink Floyd fans? Because Pink Floyd are a wonderful band, and Another Brick in the Wall deserves to be in there at least. So that's my take on my favourite number 1s of the 70s. Hopefully they're going to do something in the veins of maybe the number 1s of the 80s, and I might do my own take on that. I'm thinking about that. I'm going to think about it very hard, very, very wisely, and I might do my own number 1s of the 80s, my favourites, and then what I will do is I'll post it on here, and then if I do a program on it, I could do a comparison to see what songs I've picked and what songs they have picked. However, I would like to say I might be biased, because I'll be tempted to put number 1, 2, 3 and 4 as Shaking Stevens. He only had 4 number 1s, so I'll be a bit biased and probably put 1, 2, 3 and 4 as Shaking Stevens, but that won't be very fair, would it? So probably I would have to say that my favourite number 1 would be a Shaking Stevens song, but in that instance I'll say we won't add him because I don't want to be biased. So I can say that I'll do one. I would imagine that I'll do one where I don't put him into it. So because I don't want people saying you're being biased just because he's your music hero. But yeah, so hopefully I will do that, and I'm gonna leave you with some other things that I watched and some other ideas that hopefully will happen, and that is BBC 4. I managed to watch the Irish Rock at the BBC, a collection of wonderful Irish performances by people over the years on the BBC, and I also watched a story about Irish rock music. So hopefully, if they're listening, I'm not quite sure they'll be finding my channel though and listening to it, but hopefully BBC 4 will do a Welsh one, oh yes, and a Scottish one. Although I was kind of hoping that the Irish one would be a bit more diversity, because I was expecting that they were going to do a bit more on the Irish music, because they didn't really feature anything poppy. So Westlife, Bewitched, Boyzone and Co were not actually included, sadly, but maybe they might do that in time, but maybe not. But even if I want to do along the lines of the rock music, then I'm expecting a Wales one. Yes, Welsh rock, I could just see that, and at least a Scottish one. one that outlines that, and then hopefully what they'll do is they'll do like the Welsh music at the BBC and Scottish music at the BBC, because they can put like basically do what they did with the Irish one. That's just my view. They might not do it, but I hope they would do anyway. I'll leave it there for now and keep watching my videos because I've got more to come up very soon. Bye for now.